What is up, and welcome to Hot Take, where we chill out and listen to some music together and get to decide what we think. I'm Toby A.K.A Kushing from the TND channel. Make sure you check out everything we do. And today we got a little sidestep, Legion of Mary, which I'm excited to hear about. So, Jerry Garcia and Merle Saunders, I'm pretty sure, started the band. They got John Kahn on bass, which is awesome. I love when he plays stand-up with Jerry. He's had some great shows with him. And then Martin Fierro on saxophone and flute, which I'm not familiar with. And Ron Tutt on drums, which does sound familiar, but I can't really place it if it's not this, you know. And it says Paul Humphrey was another drummer that was in the band before. But they were only together from July 1974 until July 1975. So 1 year. It really didn't last. Saunders went on to play with JGB and Jerry, or just really, they had an album together, just them two, under their names, right? So, he kept going, but I guess I don't know what happened to the group, but they just didn't stay together very long. They played about 60 shows, it says, which really isn't much, But I wanted to check out some, and I wanted to hear some Merle Saunders, and so we got a show here. The Great American Music Hall, and this song is I Feel Like Dynamite. So let's hop in and check it out.
I think the time is right. Let's get down with the groove and easy side to side. What it is, everybody, you dig where I'm coming from? This feeling hit me by surprise. I'm ready to have some fun. This feeling hit me.
Oh, that's nice. There's a lot of difference, in their sound. Every little arrangement of all these musicians is always just slightly different. I love that aspect, that it's pretty much the same kind of style, even the same song sometimes, and you just get a different vibe because you got Saunders doing this different. He kind of did this soul, like really making like a space with the organ. Like if you think of like a Brent he was just more hype, less churchy. He was more rock band kind of thing. Merle, I feel like, would like just make this space, this rotary organ space, which was cool, and it brought out a different side to them. It felt, like it's more funky, definitely with him. I think one of his Merle Saunders projects is named his Funky Friends, Merle and his Funky Friends or something. But it definitely has a little more funk, a little more soul, and with this song, it's really stretched out, and you get that bluesy voice coming out of him. He's a freak on the keys, and his voice is classic. I don't think he's saying that much. I've heard him here and there, but it's definitely that classic. Feels like a New Orleans type voice.
I knew it. Now I got myself together. There really ain't nothing to it. 'Cause I feel all right, you all. I feel like dynamite. I feel all right, you all. I feel like dynamite. Wash me, y'all. Ain't joking. Wash me, y'all. I spoken.
I always kind of wondered, like, because the Dead went through so many keyboardists, I always wondered about like Merle, and why he. I don't know if he ever played with them, but he never was in the band, you know. And I didn't know if there was some discrepancies about. I felt like this does seem more broken down and simple than the Dead. It's not as full. You know, you don't have two guitarists, you don't have two drummers, and so it's a little more empty, but that leaves a lot of space. And maybe Merle was honestly, in a way, too good for the Dead, just because he played with Jerry as an equal kind of thing, you know, instead of he wasn't like a band member, he was like another solo artist that he was playing with. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it. It was just a thought. Wondered why.
I can do anything I want to do. Better, you can do anything you want to do. Better, you might not agree with me. I think you ought to say, when I get to doing my thing, I feel like dynamite. This feeling hit me before I knew it. Now I got myself together. There really ain't nothing to it. 'Cause I feel all like you are. I feel like dynamite. Yeah, I feel all like you are. I feel like dynamite.
Little key change jam. Jerry's having fun. He's just playing around. You can hear. That was nice. He's holding that Travis Bean right there, which I've been loving playing. The replica, it's sick. Yeah, this is just a different arrangement. I don't know. I don't know why it sounds nice. Does anyone else feel weird about the saxophone in general, though? I don't know what it is. The saxophone never hit with me. It's one of the few instruments that just did not take me away like it should. It sounds so romantic or beautiful in its own way, right? But man, I'd rather hear. I'd rather hear a trumpet ripping it up. Rather hear like a clarinet. I know it's different, not a brass, but trombone. I don't know. The sax, just I get that it's more of a lead instrument in the brass area, but I just don't like the tone of it. Something's weird about that. Now I do like I guess it's a tenor sax. Is that the real tiny one? I think. We heard a band play with one of those, and I really do appreciate that. That can get some weird Middle Eastern kind of sounds out of it too, a klezmer kind of feel, and I think that's cool. But the traditional sax always sounds like some 80s movie intro or like an 80s sitcom intro to me, and I don't know what that is. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say about that too, like the spacey jams that they slip in. You know, like they'll have little side note, like a minor switch, or there's a couple places that seem a little rehearsed. And that's another thing I guess about him versus like the Dead. They didn't get as like deconstructive is always what I call that. Like when you fully deconstruct a song and you're not even playing it anymore and you're just making noises. I always love that, a Space Jam type thing. I don't know. Shout out Space Jam, but I don't know if Merle Saunders ever really got that deconstructed. I'm gonna have to listen to more. I'm gonna have to check out some of his like. I'm pretty sure he had solo stuff by himself too. I kind of want to hear what he did. But anyway, this was a different one. We checked out Legion of Mary. You know, I want to keep finding some new stuff, some side projects, some stuff, some new music all over the board. You know, so give me ideas on new bands, jam bands, rappers, dead related stuff, whatever you are into. That's kind of weird. You know, let's start checking out some stranger stuff and see where we go with that. But anyway, check out the Patreon that we do. We do a great one. We have a crazy wild podcast over there that's uncensored and gets strange. We have some extra dead content over there. We have a show where we watch new music videos. It's real fun. Make sure to check that out, and make sure to check out Kushing, which is what I release my music under. I'm always trying to put out new stuff, so you know, push me and check that shit out. Lastly, check out Real Bird, which is our company. It's our merch. It's everything. It's a cult, baby, and get on board. It's never gonna be too late, but go ahead and cop some shit from us and try to rock that winter out. I love y'all. Let's go out on this jam and this. I feel like Dynamite is what it was. Let's go.